Road. There is some stopped traffic there. It could be an accident, though don't have the details on that just yet. Just watch your step in that area. Other than that, you've got the normal stop and go 10 westbound between Sierra and Citrus Avenue through Fontana. Eastbound side, slow in pockets from White Avenue to Monte Vista. And in Eastvale, stop and go 15 northbound between Limonite and the 60. Southbound side, busy in patches from Foothill Boulevard to the 60 freeway. And also wind advisories if by chance you happen to be traveling up through the Barstow area or even on the 14 through the other side of the high desert there. Keep that in mind. That is the very latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM.
Looking for the latest news in the new Loma Linda University Medical Center? It's in the Loma Linda City News, along with more local news in a calendar section with what to do and where to go for fun. The Loma Linda City News, in print and online at lomalindacitynews.com. Money talk without all the politics and hype. That's what you'll discover every Tuesday at 6 on the new Safe Money Talk show with Rick Lee Wagg. Discover what you don't know about money before it has a chance to hurt you. Every Tuesday on Safe Money Talk with Rick Lee Wagg on KCAA.
The views of the following show are not necessarily the views of broadcast management or its owner, Fred Lundgren. But then again, the views of broadcast management are, well, different. And now it's time for On The Mark Live with host Mark Westwood. Finally, a show about KCAA. Hot topics, a little locomotion, current events, news, laugh, reviews, and a little irreverence. And you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 3, 2, 1, Mark.
Mr. Sinatra, I must state my case. Got to sing those blues, let them picture your face. Got to tell the world about some things you have done, about your ups and downs, how you're still number one.
Again, here we go. Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM. Turn your microphone on, Joe.
That's good.
It is. I don't hear you. Do you?
Yeah.
There you go. Talk.
Little,
that microphone definitely has a sweet spot.
Little on-off. Yeah,
there we go.
Little on-off swing things.
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? It's Christmas time.
Boy, we put a little
in
vinyl
the
in the studio, and you go all DJ.
Oh, yes, I do.
Tippity top of the old pop
Most
crowd.
definitely. Tippity top of the old hop hour here. KCAA 1050 AM. The reason we're playing this, and we're going to play a little later on, is we've got some Frank Sinatra to do today. And a friend of ours.
This month is his 100th birthday.
100th birthday. Born Francis Albert Sinatra.
Yep, in Jersey.
December 12th,
Yep.
1915.
Yep.
And we have a gentleman coming in along with his significant other. Gabe and Angie are coming in here in just a little bit. And this is the gentleman who's singing this song called Mr. Sinatra. It's an original song. Mm-hmm. We're going to play a little bit later on in the show. And we're going to be talking about Francis Albert Sinatra in the second part of the show.
Angie Dickinson?
No, it's Angela Rosa.
Oh.
And let me tell you, they are a great couple. You'll love them. They're very fun. And we're going to have a great show at the second part. But we're going to talk about some local stuff.
Oh, first we need to correct a statement made last week, so that we try, we fact checking and everything to make sure, because we have a certain level of integrity in the program. John Williams is not dead.
Dun, 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 dun,
You
dun, dun.
may recall last week in our discussion of Star Wars, the music thereof, that
I may have mentioned that he expired, and I got him confused with somebody else.
Yeah, well, you don't bury a guy when he's still kicking.
I was lamenting the fact that he was no longer with us, and
Yeah.
he actually is. John Williams is still alive.
Yeah.
John Williams is the composer of lots of great things.
Now,
with The Perfect Fifth.
Jerry
and Star
Goldsmith
Wars
Jerry Goldsmith is dead.
Yeah.
And James Horner, who did the Titanic movie, he's gone. We've lost him. Mm-hmm. But John Williams is still alive and worked on the new Star Wars movie.
Oh, very good. Well, I apologize to Mr. Williams for killing you off before you were dead. All right, back to what we're going to do here. We do have a radio show.
Right.
And I have the lovely Di Rice here. And Di is working hard in our control room. And I wanted to talk to Di Rice, first of all, about this great toy drive that she's been doing. She's been collecting toys and putting out PSAs and helping Santa and wrapping gifts. And she's got a big box in the control room which you can collect toys. Di Rice, how you doing?
Good.
Good. And exactly tell us what this is called, Compassion something or whatever.
Random Act of Kindness. It's put on through Music Changing Lives, and that's an organization headed by Josiah Bruni out of Redlands. So it's a local thing to help impoverished children here. And we're going to go around New Year's Eve, and we're going to deliver toys to those children. We're going to go to various apartment complexes here in the IE.
Well, that is wonderful, wonderful things for you to do. Di's really been working hard on this. So if you've got a toy and you're feeling the Christmas spirit a little bit.
Or if you got a toy for Christmas that you don't want.
Right. And if you're feeling that Christmas spirit, if you could turn the monitor down just a little bit because we're getting some echo, and then maybe my mic up a little bit because I'm having to talk a little louder.
Are you getting echo,
and then maybe a little bit more on my mic. There we go. Oh. I've got a little bit of a cold, and I apologize to everybody. I'm going to be a little bit of hacking and sneezing and stuff like that. And
all over the microphone.
All over the microphone.
And it must be 50 other people come through this studio on any given week sneezing into the same microphone. So you can imagine what a...
I had to figure out what to get you for Christmas.
What a Petri dish these little microphone covers are.
Yep. 2 turtle doves and a cold and a scratchy nose. Anyway, we've got a lot to talk about, but let's talk about this wonderful thing that Di is doing. If people wanted to bring a gift, they could bring a gift down before Christmas Eve day, before 2 o'clock.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
And, we'll figure out some good things to give them.
We said the deadline was the 22nd. That's what I've been saying. But, I'm going to be out there on the 24th. So I don't care. You can bring them up to 4 o'clock on the 24th.
Today is the 22nd. I'm missing the deadline, but I'm going to bring a toy, Di. I am going to bring a toy.
Okay.
And, a lot of people at the radio station have actually put toys and put that in their Big Ben. And Michael Sedbury, Brandon, a lot of people that are opening up their hearts. And you could do that, too. 254 Carousel Mall, right?
Yep.
In San Bernardino. The box is right in the window there next to our awesome KCAA Christmas tree.
And it just makes me so happy because it's maybe about halfway filled now.
That's fantastic. And here I was saying, they'll never bring gifts. They'll never do that. But
which means they've either accumulated a whole lot of toys or one really big one.
Anyway, we've got the Christmas spirit around here. A little open house happening from noon to 2 p.m. And I scarce to say that if you're a listener and you bring a toy, I'll make sure that I get you some Christmas spirit here, some Christmas cheer, some cookies or something if you come down. And you can meet the whole staff because the whole staff of KCAA is going to be down here. And speaking of staffs, I want to wish...
Speaking of staff, we're back to the stuff on the microphone cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to wish a Merry Christmas and say my deepest condolences to the staff at X1039. They're good people, and they had a good radio station. And I'm sorry that a couple days before Christmas, the owners decided to change formats on you.
I would not normally even acknowledge the existence of another radio station, but any company that decides that this week is a good week to lay everybody off, that is the essence of Ebenezer Scrooge.
And I don't know if they laid everybody off. I know they automated, and then it's Hot 103.9, moving to the music or something like that.
Well, speaking as one of the sales representatives for KCAA, I can tell you that when you have to call up as a salesman and tell your clients, remember all the stuff I told you about how wonderful the station was and its music and everything, and you bought us because we specifically targeted the demographic you wanted? Well, guess what? We don't anymore.
Yeah, well, and it might be a good station. I wish them, all of them, good luck. And I think that, John DeSantis and some of those people are still going to be there. I don't know exactly why they chose that format. I liked X1039. This is a talk station. We don't compete with music, so we can say this on the radio. Yeah. We talk about entertainment. We talk about radio. We talk about Star Wars. We can talk about a radio station.
I know a guy, and this is going back to my old personal perspectives here. He used to be a salesman for Magic 106, if you remember that, in Los Angeles.
Which is now Power 106.
Yeah, well, the day before it became Power 106, he signed an annual contract with BMW Automotive, national. The next day they went to Power 106, and the entire contract, the whole year's contract, which was probably into six figures, gone.
Oh, I got to tell you. So, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever. But,
Festivus.
Santa's got a little something in his Christmas stocking for you over there at X1039. It's called a format change.
Yeah.
2 days before Christmas. Can't say that was the best idea.
And I used to work for a guy who said firing somebody Christmas week, that's real management.
Anyway, we're going to get off that subject just to wish them all the best over there.
Yeah.
And, so sorry, But moving on to our radio station and things that are going on here. We talked about the great, awesome thing that Di's doing. We've got some other things that are happening. First of all, I'm going to get to this first. In January, we're going to be working with the Rotary International.
Yep.
We've worked with Rotary Club of San Bernardino, but now we're going to work with Rotary International. Mm-hmm. And they have a peace conference being held at the Ontario Convention Center.
And I want to, at this point, shout out to all of my friends. The Ontario Rotary that is the host for this is the one I used to belong to when I worked over that direction.
Yeah.
And so to Don Driftmeyer and to the entire gang over there, salute and peace to you,
and
brother.
San Bernardino is working with them too.
Yeah.
They have a website, Peace Conference 2016.
Peace Conference, not Pete's Conference.
Peace Conference 2016. And, we're going to be working with them.
Yeah.
We're going to be working with them, and hopefully very, very soon you'll be hearing some more about this. That's coming in January. Mm-hmm. Nothing better than a peace conference these days. Peace on earth, goodwill towards humans, towards man, towards women.
And if you don't like it, oh, no.
It's terrible. Okay. He is my sideline, my jokester over here.
Somebody has to keep the guy honest.
Yeah. And then something coming really fast. This kind of popped up, but we're glad we're participating in it. It's called, there's a nonprofit organization called America Healing Hearts. Mm-hmm. And they've come to San Bernardino, of course, because of the terrible tragedy that happened on December 2nd, which is 20 days ago, believe it or not. That's hard to believe.
Yeah.
Anyway, December 27th, this Sunday, at 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., they're having a free concert. Now, you do have to RSVP tickets for this, and you need to go to SanBernardinoHealing.com, SanBernardinoHealing.com. But you should listen to the people they're going to have down here at this concert. Frankie J, John B, The Temptations, Don Henley, The Delphonics, Noel G, the Avila Brothers, Ozone, DJ Head, Goodfellas, all this kind of stuff. They're going to be down there. So's Kcaa. We're going to be broadcasting it live from 1 to 4 p.m. Mm-hmm. Nonstop. The whole concert will be on Kcaa. So if you can't get down there, and then of course you can call in. You can find more information at 326-2223. That's 326-2223, and it's the San Bernardino Healing Memorial Show. Kcaa, we say, is San Bernardino strong, and we're going to be there supporting our community. We were there from the beginning. We're the first people on the air to report it live on radio, and we reported it continuously. Important stuff. I'm proud of the work that our people did. They reported important information like how do you stay out of the line of fire, how not to get down there and get in trouble, where to take shelter. There were things that were very, very, very important to our citizens, not just the stuff that, the big TV stations in L.A. were reporting, the sensationalistic stuff, but, okay, this elementary school is closed, you need to go, and this one's locked down, okay, the Inland Center Mall is closing and locking down. Central City Mall, Carousel Mall, is closing and locking down. We had some very, very important information, and we're getting praised all over the place for our coverage. I'm really grateful for that. Yeah,
you recall even that day I came on to complain about the number of people who'd gone to Facebook to just throw out every rumor that they heard, and people start panicking when they hear that. I remember when they shot Ronald Reagan and Frank Reynolds went on ABC and said he was dead because that's what somebody heard and that's what they reported to him, and it wasn't true.
But, San Bernardino's getting strong. I got to tell you, that it's been so unifying to this city. It has been remarkable. Yesterday, Joe and I were driving down on our way to an appointment, and we were down there right in front of the Inland Regional Center. You can now drive by it. Yep. Although the whole building is still fenced off.
Yep.
You can't. They've got some, protection kind of barrier, kind of cloth on or fabric.
Well,
on
it's
the
still a
fence.
crime scene.
Yeah, it's still a crime scene. But all along the fence for probably 3/4 of a mile, all these votive candles, all these ribbons, flowers. There was one corner that looked like I hate to say this, but a florist shop exploded. It was just like,
And I got to be
flowers
honest.
everywhere.
That
be positive.
I can't.
You got to be positive.
I can't. The
Then
concert.
don't do it. Don't do it.
The concert.
Don't do it.
The concert is important because it's going to help people. The amount of money that put into votive candles and teddy bears and flowers that could have helped the people. That's my personal feeling. I got to
For
be.
most people, it was an emotional thing. There was relatives,
know.
There was connection. That's the way you mourn. That's the way you deal with things. That's the way you grieve. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Do something more positive. This is positive.
That's
This is
positive.
called America Healing Hearts. It's the San Bernardino Healing Memorial Show. It will help to cover funeral expenses, which, everybody's had to bear the burden of. Funerals are very expensive. Some families were prepared, some were not. Some food, core packages, living expenses, et cetera, things that families now that were torn apart and shredded by this horrible deed are now having to, do. So this is
driving by the building, and I didn't realize how big that building was, and it's closed down, which means all those people are not working.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure San Bernardino County is not saying, well, you go ahead and stay home while it's a crime scene, and we'll go ahead and pay you anyhow.
Yeah, well,
that's not happening.
Yeah. There's a Facebook page called fb.com/San Bernardino Healing, fb.com San Bernardino Healing. They're raising funds. They're helping out. They're doing some active things. 100% of the funds will be going to the victims.
That's a great
100% of the funds. We will be down there, again, the Temptations. Oh, my gosh. This list of people, the Delphonics, Don Henley, John B., Frankie Joy, Noel G., lots of great acts.
Some of them
there.
acts I've actually heard of. That's exciting.
And then some other locals that are really good, too, and some DJs and all kinds of great stuff. It will be this Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's going to be a spectacular show. It's going to be something great to get involved with. It is free, but you have to, once again, RSVP tickets.
Yeah.
Because, there's thousands of people that are turning out for these things. And like I said, 3/4 of a mile down Waterman Avenue, are these candles and ribbons tied to the fence and flowers and, signs. And, it's where not just San Bernardino, but a lot of the area came together. That's the ground zero. That's our ground zero, and that's where it's going. So that thing. We're going to have, in just a few minutes, we're going to have a Frank Sinatra kind of a special, the last second part of our show after the half hour. And but I do want to announce something. We've enjoyed doing this show the last few weeks.
Yes.
And we're going to be doing this show continuously, public events, community events, kind of things like that. However, we're moving. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our show. You have to keep up with us because we kind of move around. We're kind of the fluid, kind of in between the cracks. KCAA.
Quite frankly, I scare the heck out of Mark every time I start to open my mouth. So he has to move.
Yeah, KCAA's show about current events, about KCAA, about what's going on in the community, and we do this once a week. Myself as the operations manager, Joe as the general sales manager. We talk about stuff like America Healing Hearts and about the Peace Conference and about the toy giveaway that Di was doing.
Yep.
We talk about local artist entertainment, and we're going to move to Mondays sometime after the first of the year. And we'll be here on Mondays around, I think, 3 o'clock.
There goes my 3-day weekend.
There goes a 3-day weekend. But in our place now is a new show, kind of. It started about 13 weeks ago, and they were on Saturday. And they requested to move, and we didn't have many openings. We're pretty booked up around here. We've had a very good 2015.
I can tell you that.
Very grateful for that. And so we found that one of the only places we could put them was our show. And so Dr. Mitch and Kathy Gibson are going to be moving to this spot at 3 o'clock. It's a live show, and they will be here at 3 o'clock every Tuesday.
Can I mention a show that is going to be added to Saturday?
Yes.
Which is a gentleman named Patrick McDonald. He's from Redlands. He wrote a book called The Paramedic Heretic. If you remember Dr. Mendelssohn's Medical Heretic from about 25 years ago, he wrote one about other problems that exist, unfortunately, in the medical industry. Doctors and nurses and people that don't really seem to be let's face it, if they're standing up over you saying, which leg was I supposed to cut off again? He's going to be explaining that, and he's going to be here with us at 4 o'clock every Saturday for quite some time coming in.
Well, yeah, paramedic heretic, and he's a nationally published author.
Right.
And it's going to be an interesting show. And, sometimes we have to ask questions. It's Christmas. I'm trying to stay positive here, trying to feel good. And, but, sometimes we have to ask questions of our services and things like that.
His
to make
book
sure.
is hilarious. Oh. Scary, but hilarious.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Be positive.
Okay, I'm being positive. So once again, before we go to the break here, I want to say America Healing Hearts, Sunday, December 27th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. down at the National Orange Show. And you need to reserve tickets, SanBernardinoHealing.com, SanBernardinoHealing.com, or on Facebook at fb.com/SanBernardinoHealing, Twitter at @SanBernardino_healing, at @SanBernardino_healing. For more SVB tickets, you can hear this on KCAA from 1 to 4 p.m. live from cover to cover, supported by a whole bunch of people. San Bernardino, Chamber of Commerce, the City Fire Department, In-N-Out Burgers, Lexus, Cal State San Bernardino, even some other radio stations like us, Real 92.3 K-Day, KGGI, all are going to be there. Suavecito's Car Show, the mayor of San Bernardino, Richard Della Rogrosa, the Colton mayor, Aquanetta Warren, Fontana mayor, and Colton Police Department, county officials, all kinds of people with this. San Bernardino Healing. So join, and it's a free event, but you can support it. If you want some more information on this or how you can participate, you can call 909-326-22223. That's 909-326-2223, because we stand together and we stand strong, and we are San Bernardino strong, and we are on the mix. I'm Mark Westwood with
me,
Joe Lyons. It is just about 3:30 on December 22nd, a couple days away from Christmas. We'll be back after this, and we're going to have a lot about Frank Sinatra, the chairman of the board, on KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM.
Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company has been serving the greater Inland Empire for over 60 years. For all of your printing needs, from full-color printing to high-speed copying and everything in between, go to Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company. Their staff is committed to your total satisfaction. Great service isn't just lip service at Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company. It's the way they do business year after year. Having trouble finding drafting supplies? Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company still carries a complete selection. Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company is rated high in customer satisfaction by Value Star, an independent rating company. For all of your personal or business printing, call Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company at 909-792-3478. That's 792-3478, or visit them on New York Street in Redlands off the I-10 and the Crosstown Freeway.
And now it's time for another Support San Bernardino Spotlight.
Hi, my name is George Hahn. I am the Senior Minister at the Center for Spiritual Living Inland Empire. In the next few weeks, we would like to support San Bernardino by highlighting the outstanding things about our city. Today's program features Dennis Baxter from Habitat for Humanity.
Thank you, George. I'm very proud that Habitat for Humanity San Bernardino area has been serving the residents of the area since 1992, so that's 24 years of building homes and building hope. Each partner family participates in our own curriculum in the greater San Bernardino area that provides guidance and resources to a successful long-term experience as being a homeowner. We have financial literacy classes that they go through so they understand the difference between being a homeowner and being a renter. Our Brush with Kindness program helps out low-income folks with, simple chores around the house. And, of course, our Restore, located in Redlands, is a real part of our fundraising effort. So it's building homes, it's building hope. Folks can give us a call at 909-478-1176 or habitatsb.org.
This program was underwritten by Center for Spiritual Living Inland Empire. If you would like information about today's program, please contact me, Reverend George, by calling 909-883-7171. That's 909-883-7171.
Music Changing Lives, KCAA and Daniels Jewelers are working together to make Christmas brighter for thousands of children in the Inland Empire. Random Act of Kindness is a toy drive
orchestrated by Music Changing Lives, and KCAA is a collection station. We will be collecting gifts until December 22nd, Monday through Friday, 8 till 5. If you bring by a gift for a child worth $15 or more, you'll get a $50 off coupon card from Daniel's Jewelers. Drop off your $15 donation at KCAA, located at 254 Carousel Mall in San Bernardino. For more information, call Di Rice, that's me, at 909-885-8502. Again, 909-885-8502. Music Changing Lives, Daniel's Jewelers, and KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM. Thank you.
Hey, Di, do you know that many people have no idea that the Carousel Mall is actually open?
What? Do you tell them that that's where KCAA is located?
Of course, but there's more than just KCAA here.
Oh, I know. It's a totally great place for a girls' outing. Here at the Carousel Mall, there's Mega Beauty Supply.
And it's huge.
Yeah, the biggest beauty supply store I've ever seen. And they have wigs and extensions.
Then there's Backstreet Beauty Salon and Daniel's Jewelers, a store, by the way, for girls and guys.
Yes, and Nail Fashions where they do waxing and eyelash extensions. There's Lisa's Threading. You know, Mark, eyebrow threading is a big thing nowadays.
I do know about Mr. Yu's.
Yes, when you're ready for lunch, it's Mr. Yu's Chinese restaurant.
Best of all, Mr. Yu's is right next to KCAA.
Yes, all this located in the Carousel Mall, right off the 215, the 2nd and 3rd Street exit.
Come visit the Carousel Mall. We're open.
For more info, go to kcaaradio.com.
And now it's time to batten down the hatches, because here comes more of Mark Westwood and On the Mark Live. 3, 2, 1, Mark.
And ready or not, we're going to rock around the Christmas tree. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second part of On the Mark Live with Joe Lyons. I'm Mark Westwood, and we're here with the Versatiles. I'll introduce them to you in just a second. This is 106.5 FM and 1050 AM, and it's Christmas time, everybody. I hope you're feeling the Christmas spirit. Angie, one of our guests, brought us this great little Christmassy thing.
Christmas popcorn.
Christmas popcorn. And
love it.
We got the trees up. We're having an open house tomorrow here at the radio station from 12 to
Thursday.
2.
Don't show up
Thursday.
tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, don't show up tomorrow, Thursday. I'm already a day ahead. I'm trying to get...
That's okay.
He's
He's been doing that all morning.
I know it.
I
I'm just rushing, trying to get everything done.
Tomorrow.
Well, welcome, first of all, to Gabe. Hello, Gabe. How are you doing?
Great. How you doing?
Good. And Angie, hello.
Hello.
Welcome, Angie. Come a little closer to the microphone, and then Gabe can turn. Di can turn it up a little bit.
She's very soft-spoken.
Yeah, she's. But we have a microphone that is different than the other microphones. It looks really different.
Yep.
Now, who is Gabe and Angie? Well, it's Gabe LaRosa and Angie LaDuke, and they are called the Versatiles. And I've known them for years.
At least, yes.
Yeah, for years. Let's just put it that way. We won't tell how old we are. I wouldn't say 10, 15, 20 years, but might be that. It might be that. I have had this friend that I've had a long time named Henry Lozano. And Henry is a drummer, and I'm a musician, and I've played with Henry in a number of bands and big bands. And Henry is married to Terry, and Terry is Gabe's daughter. So that's the connection there. That's the reason I know these gentlemen.
Wow, you went around the block to cover that one.
That was the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th degree of separation.
Yeah.
But the Versatiles are a great stylization group in the style of Frank Sinatra, Patsy Cline, Connie Francis, lots of others like that. Mm-hmm. The big bands, they are currently performing for corporate functions, festivals, and stuff. They are fabulous. You heard Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. You thought you might have heard Brenda Lee just now. That wasn't Brenda Lee. That was Angie.
That was Angie?
Yes.
That was Angie.
Well, you fooled
and
me.
Lots of great things. He's done some original stuff, too. Gabe started performing in clubs as a drummer vocalist while still in high school. I did not know you had that talent drumming. I've never seen you.
Oh, yeah.
Drum.
I had a long time ago. That's what I started out with.
Drums, yeah.
Drummer, yeah.
So you got something in common with your son-in-law there, Henry.
Yes.
Do you ever get on the drums anymore, Gabe?
No. I just gave my drums to my son, and he's drumming now.
We need a little bit more volume on them if you can get it. Turn it up a little bit. There you go. And anyway, Gabe hails from the Chicago, Milwaukee areas. He's performed in cocktail lounges and hotels and places like Sardano's Cocktail Lounge, which is pretty well known in Chicago. And he's got some original music. He's does a tribute to Mr. Sinatra, Frank Sinatra, who we mentioned, born in 1915.
That's right.
Chairman of the board is 100 years old this year. And so we're kind of celebrating that right now. And, I think with no further ado, I think this is a song worthy of hearing in its entirety. This is Mr. Sinatra performed. What band is performing this behind it?
That's the Paul Cardo's San
Kicks
Bernardino
band.
Valley.
I remember
The Kicks band.
You were
I might
in
have
it.
been playing it.
Yeah,
yes.
you probably were.
So
yeah.
Mark Westwood is playing on this song.
Oh,
Right.
I must state my case. Got to sing those blues, let them picture your face. Got to tell the world about some things you have done, about your ups and downs, how you're still number one. Let me explain to them, all's not been that great. Life has thrown its curves, with that you can relate. One more thing I know that I've got to say. Mr. Sinatra, you did it all your way. You've been a pirate, a poet, a scholar, now a king. The good guy, the bad guy, broke hearts when you would sing. Over and out, flat on your face, Mr. Sinatra, I must state my case. Let me explain to them, you can't be held down. How you change your tune, pick yourself off the ground. One more thing I know that I've got to say. Mr. Sinatra, you did it all your way.
Oh, yeah, that's my old college band. I do remember when I heard this, I'm like, I think I'm playing in this recording. I wasn't sure or not, but I guess I was.
Yeah, you were.
And I was either playing tenor or alto on that one.
Right.
And I do remember playing that many a time, and that was a lot of fun to play that original song. It had such the style of Frank Sinatra.
Right.
Very much, and a lot of references in there. If you are a trivia buff, to catch things like "I've Been a Puppet and a Pirate," which was one of the songs he sang.
Yeah.
Which was
That's Life.
"That's Life."
That's
Thank
life,
you.
yes.
And
"That's Life" by Frank Sinatra became such a well-liked song. I won't say it was a top 40 hit, but it was so well-liked that people forgot that that it was sung by somebody else before him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. You're sitting next to a Frank Sinatra aficionado. He came to us.
Is aficionado
Joe
a good
Lyons.
word?
Joe Lyons came
Sounds
to us
efficient.
in July.
Yeah.
And I hired him from a radio station called Kcaa out in Ontario, who had changed formats to a Spanish language radio station, and that was a big band radio station.
Oh.
Yes.
So
In fact, we had a 2-hour Frank Sinatra special every Sunday. I keep hoping someday Mark will fire enough people that we can afford to put it on here. Open up 2 hours worth. But I was constantly amazed, not just in his style, but in the width of the talent, the degree of it. Mm-hmm. Just if we just took Christmas alone, since it's 2 days before Christmas, he sang really cheesy little things like, "Oh, by gosh, by golly, it's time for mistletoe and holly." And anybody else, they wouldn't have even bothered with it. And then he turns around and he sings something like, "I heard the bells on Christmas Day,"
Yes.
or "Oh, little town of Bethlehem." And you go, wow, this is incredible. And he did them both just that easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did, and he did things like Feliz Navidad too.
Yeah.
He did some great covers.
The trick to Sinatra's covers, and let me know if you agree with me on this. When he did somebody else's song, it became Frank's song.
That's right.
Liza Minnelli did New York, New York in the movie, but Frank Sinatra had the hit.
Exactly. That's what it was.
And listening to Gabe over the years, you really remind us of Frank Sinatra, and you're singing in your style. And it is Christmas time, and I'm intrigued by this cut 4, Santa Baby, and I want to hear this one. And I think, is this Angie singing this?
Yes.
Angie, yes.
Is this the Eartha Kitt Santa Baby?
It's the Madonna one.
Well, Eartha Kitt, Madonna.
I know,
I think
sorry.
Kylie Minogue did it.
Well, the words are Madonna.
It's from the golden days when sexism reigned.
Oh, okay. Let's have about a minute of Santa Baby, and then
A
we'll
little
get on some
minute,
more from
yeah.
here. A little minute. Oh, a long minute. Here, hit it. You can sing along too, Angie, if you want.
Oh, really? Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me.
Oh.
I've been an awful good girl, Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight.
Ah, you still got it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Santa baby, a Maserati tailored for two. That's the Madonna part. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight.
I'm just having too much fun. Let's go.
Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be just as good if you check off my Christmas list. Ba-doopy-doo, Santa honey.
Ba-doopy-boo. All right, that's a good one. Thank you, Di.
So we
Thank you, Di.
changed the 54 Buick to a Maserati.
You got it, buddy.
Hey,
Okay,
update
hey,
a little bit.
And the
Unfortunately,
ba-doopy-doo.
I'm old enough to remember the 54 Buick version.
Yeah, we got some new people starting at the radio station. They're born in the 90s, you know. We made a reference to Cheech and Chong the
Yeah,
other day.
there you go.
And I had to explain who Cheech and Chong was to this kid. And I said, when were you born anyway? He said, 1998. I'm like,
which means at about the age of 2, he had his first iPod.
I have a car older than him.
I drink scotch older than him.
So, Gabe, tell me what's your favorite one that you're featured on here? Of all these here, you picked them out here. He's got this album here of Christmas music. What's the title of the album? It's called Happy Holidays from the Versatiles. Okay, Gabe and Angie.
How about one?
Silver bells or something?
Yeah,
Silver Bells?
Silver Bells.
Silver Bells. And that is track number 2.
Yeah.
And Silver Bells. And you will be really crooning on Silver Bells.
Silver Bells, can I say this? Silver Bells reminds me so much of Chicago when we were kids. The windows were all...
Angie's from Chicago,
decorated.
too.
Yes.
Suburb, yes.
The windows were all decorated.
Good enough.
And you'd hear the Christmas music and the snow coming down, and it was awesome. But they don't do that anymore. You know.
I think people forget that Chicago was a music hub of its own.
Yes.
Not just Frank Sinatra, but Louis Armstrong and a whole bunch of other. I mean, you say great music cities, and people say, well, Philadelphia, New Orleans, jazz, and several other. But Chicago is its own kind of music.
That's right.
So let's hear it, Ty. Silver Bells. Hit it, as they say. A 1, 2. A 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a duet, actually.
Is it? Okay, that's good. You're welcome to sing along, too. Go ahead, Gabe.
City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas.
Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile, and on every street corner you hear
Silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. City street lights, even stoplights, blink a bright red and green as the shoppers rush home with their treasures.
hear the snow crunch, see the kids bunch. This is Santa's big scene, and above all this bustle, you hear
Silver bells, Christmas time in the city.
Hear the bells go
Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Silver bells.
KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM. Mark Westwood along with Joe Lyons and On The Mix and onthemark.com. Here at the radio station, I just declared a new website. But let me tell you, this has been fun to listen to this Christmas music. We're talking with the Versatiles, Gabe and Angie, Gabe LaRosa and Angela Duke.
So
And-
Versatile is not their last name.
No, that's
I
the
think
name
Gabe
of their group.
Versatile.
No.
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 Okay.
It's called the Versatiles, and because they're so versatile, they'll sing anything from Patsy Cline to apparently Madonna, and Frank Sinatra and in between. Tell me, this has been for as long as I've known you. I actually knew you before Angie came along, but I remember when Angie came in the picture, and it's been a lot of years.
Right.
This musical romance we've got going on here, and performing together. Tell me, how many years has it been? How has it been, Angie? How many years has it been since you've been
With Gabe?
performing together? Yeah,
11 years now.
11 years.
Actually, we met
15.
when he was working with the Kicks band that you
Right.
heard on the Sinatra song. And I went to hear the band. I had been alumni of the band.
You were
And-
19 then, right?
Correct,
Yeah.
yes, of course. And we met at the Pig's Ear. Do you remember the Pig's Ear?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We were
gosh.
talking about that the other day.
Yeah, it's now metamorphosized itself into the Falconer in Redlands. Same family.
Correct.
Right.
And but we played at the Pigs Ear. The Kicks band, by the way, was the name of the college studio band at San Bernardino Valley College. And Valley College, the Old North Hall, they had literally a old-fashioned. It was just a great radio studio with the old sound acoustic stuff in a big oval and all these microphones and stuff. It was just this great recording studio, made for like big orchestras and things like that. And
It was the old days of radio when they actually had big orchestras in the studio.
And the choir room was the same way. It was Studio A. Band room was Studio B. And there was a big, production center in the middle of it, which then connected across in a hallway to KVCR FM 91.9.
Right.
And that's how I got into radio, was playing my saxophone in there and then winding my way through those hallways and finding myself up in the middle of KVCR and doing radio too. And here I am so many years later. Big success story.
And
Anyway.
side note, we drove through Valley College about a month ago, and that building doesn't exist anymore, does it?
Hardly Valley College at all existed.
Yeah,
we
I
knew
didn't-
back in the day. But then I'm playing with the Kicks band, and the Kicks band, I got to say, it was an awesome band because they had a lot of professionals and people that were from Hollywood and stuff would come in and sit in with the group to keep their chops up and perform and play. And we got to play at Valley College with so many different people under Paul Cardos that were professionals, and it was really kind of great experience. And then a pops Gabe, and he starts singing, and here's this guy like, okay, who's this guy? Another vocalist. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy sounds like Frank Sinatra. Oh my gosh! And you had a long career with us, a tenuous career there, playing with Paul Cardos, rest his soul, who passed away about 5 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, a good friend. And then you've gone on. Tell us some of the things you've been doing lately.
Lately, well, we moved into a small town called Mentone, and I opened up a thrift store,
Oh, really?
nonprofit, to help the community in that, and I just closed it a month ago. But now we're concentrating on our music again. Well, I'd like to say that the way the Sinatra song was recorded, we were playing at the Pig's Ear, and this fella come in from the college with a computer or laptop.
Yeah.
I said, what are you going to do with that? He says, I want to record you, okay? I was like, I suppose so. He set up two mics, one for the band and one for me. And that's the way we did that recording. And then I took it to a studio. A friend of ours had a studio up in Crestline, and he edited it for
Did the
us and put it
sweetening.
all together.
Like
yeah.
a mastering.
Yeah.
Now that I come to think of it, that night, I remember it now.
You remember?
I do remember playing at the
If he remembers anything from that night.
Because I walked in with my tenor saxophone, and that night Paul says, I don't have a lead alto. So-and-so,
See?
cuss word, can't make it. And you're going to have to sit on lead. And I says, I don't know. And he says, I got my alto for you here. and I was playing Paul Cardos's alto saxophone, and I'd never played those lines before. I think I did okay. I held my own back in the day. It was a lot of fun. I miss it a lot. I miss the Kicks band. I miss Paul. It's such a pleasure to see you guys here today. Wonderful way to spend a couple of days before Christmas.
Wonderful.
You know, in the rain outside. It's kind of cold. We're here with all this warm, beautiful music, and we've played the tribute to Sinatra. I want to say, they're coming back, and that's such a neat thing. And they've got a couple things. First of all, they've got a link to their website on their Facebook page, on Angie LeDuc's Facebook page.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Angie LeDuc's Facebook page. And then I have a card here somewhere that Gabe gave me. And it's called Gabe and Angie.wix, which is a Wix website. You can create websites with wix.com/music. So it's Gabe and Angie.wix.com/music. And if you call here to KCAA, I'll give you that link. If you would like to have more information on that music, I'd love to have you guys back and come and give us a little sample at our open house. Maybe we can talk you into that.
Oh, when is the open
Christmas
house?
He thinks it's tomorrow, but it's really the day
December
after.
24th.
noon to 2. Yeah, I got the flyer from you. It's during the day, Gabe.
It's during the day. You guys want to come over and sing a few songs for us?
Definitely.
Sure.
All right, let's do it. We'll have some fun here. We got Santa Claus coming too. I got a wild party plan. People just understand. They thought, it's just going to be a 7-foot grinder and antipasta salad, and oh no, we got food, we got entertainment now. I'm winding this thing up. Yeah. We're going to be partying till night.
There you go.
Why not? Let's have some fun with it.
To cover Sinatra some more, if I may.
Oh yeah, that'd be a hard thing for you to do.
No, but I
like it too.
For those people whose music now comes from iTunes, and for most people it does, iTunes just put another Sinatra's Greatest Hits album up on last week. They introduced it. And it's amazing. Every time they put up a Sinatra's Greatest Hits, it sells as good as any of the other albums that are out there of people that we don't even know.
Yeah. And, I'll do a little plug here, and Fred won't mind because he's been very supportive. I'm putting on an FM radio station. I have what they call low-power FM community radio station. I got a construction permit for about a year ago. Most equipment purchased. The tower's up already. It's going up in Ukaipa. It's going to be a jazz radio station. Surprise, Mark, jazz, okay. But anyway, it's going to be at 92.5 KQLH. And Fred has been so nice to let me manage that and manage this station at the same time. We're going to really have a great ball with that. And that's coming on after the first of the year. And I think we have a real good niche for that. It's not competitive with this radio station. This is a talk, news, information radio station. KCAA is the place where people come and they tune in when they go going down the road and they need a good traffic report, when they need the news, when they have the weather, they want the information, or they want some intellectually stimulating information. This is the radio station, and we are the only live and local news radio station.
That's awesome.
NBC Universal, CNBC Universal affiliate, and so there I go. I balanced it all with a good plug.
Wow.
And then Angie just ran out the door here just for a second. She came back. She says, "I got a Sinatra song you got to hear," and I think Di is queuing it up right now. Di, do you have it ready?
Yeah, this is one Gabe does.
Okay, what's the name of the song?
It's "Fly Me to the Moon," I hope.
One of my favorites. Before. Frank Sinatra tribute with Gabe LaRosa.
Sorry.
Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand.
Oh, yeah.
In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was the one with his vocal on it. I'm sorry.
There you have it, ladies
And
and
we got the
gentlemen.
big band show.
So you got it live. There you go,
KCAA
folks.
is now America's first and only all karaoke music
There you go.
Hey, that's not a bad idea for a show. We've had some YouTube tribute shows, stuff like that.
Yeah, well,
That's
if
great.
Angie can do some Patsy Cline, we got it covered.
Oh,
Do we have Patsy Cline anywhere we could do?
No,
Yeah, there's a Patsy
we
Cline one.
An
Do you?
instrumental that you can
just sing to
go
live
live?
now?
Yes. I mean,
I
we-
bet
we-
you.
I might. How
Crazy. I bet you we could find it on the internet. Karaoke crazy
I
version.
think I have it.
Do you
I
have
need
it?
to jump up again?
Jump up and get it. We'll stall here. We got about 4 or 5 minutes. You got to do it quickly.
It's
Or
a 3-minute
Die Rice
song
can
and we
find
only
it.
have 2 minutes.
But
Which was actually, again, talking about people who can make a song theirs. Crazy was not written for Patsy Cline. It was Willie Nelson's song.
Right.
that's right.
But
I did not know that.
Yeah, he wrote it,
I
and,
thought
and
it
he
was
sang it
the
like
way
Willie
around.
Nelson, which was like,
Crazy.
yeah. And you do a marvelous Willie Nelson. How do you look in a long ponytail?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
But
I don't want to be arrested for taxes. so
she
I-
sang it.
I'll put that up.
She sang it, and she didn't even want to, but it became her song.
Yeah. And Patsy owned it here, and oh my gosh, we are gonna. Angie's going out to get the karaoke song, but we've been talking with Gabe LaRosa and Angela LeDuc, and they do a group called the Versatiles, and one of the big things is they do a tribute to Frank Sinatra. Frank has had his 100th birthday, if he was still alive, born December 12th, 1915, and I think it's a worthy thing. And of course, I looked at my compadre over here, Joe Lyons, and I said, Joe, I think we're going to do a little bit about Frank Sinatra today. Do you think you could fill in a little bit for me? He's like, oh, no problem. No
Yes.
problem
You want,
whatsoever.
you want another great Frank Sinatra Christmas story?
Okay.
Frank had every good musician, great musician that was available, like Nelson Riddle, like
course.
Gordon. help me
Mr.
out, guys.
Sinatra is on the phone for you. Would
Yeah.
you like to perform?
Yes. Mr. Sinatra called one of, I think it was Jimmy Van Heusen or somebody like that. He said, I think I would like to record a Christmas waltz. Mm-hmm. And Van Heusen had to sit down at the piano and do a little, what do they call it, three-quarter, and came up with The Christmas Waltz, which is one of the Frank Sinatra Christmas classics.
Yeah. So the Versatiles, you can find them on Facebook, Angela Duke's Facebook, or gabeandangie.wix.com/music. We're going to get you a better domain name than that if you're going to start back into this. So did we get this up here?
You found it?
She found it.
She found
I
it.
threw that out
Okay.
there just for
So
casual
we're-
Oh my
conversation.
gosh.
Basically, we're going to end the show here with
being a little bit
Angie,
crazy.
a little bit
Boy,
crazy.
You say them and we play
And,
them.
Gabe, if you want to pop in here too and chime in, you can. And then if you really want to see them, they've agreed to come back live for us on December 24th. Ladies and gentlemen, Angie LeDuc,
This is live, right?
live.
Now stepping up to the button.
Crazy, I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. Yeah, I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted, and then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? Oh, crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying.
And I'm crazy for loving. Sing it, boys.
Oh, everybody.
Hey, Loma Linda. CNBC News is next. Brought to you by BuySellMakeOffer.com. Go there now and join the thousands who have already signed up for a new and exciting way to buy and sell online.
Up 33 cents a barrel and moving higher in late trading on signs of a sharp drop in U.S. stockpiles of crude last week. Existing home sales took a real tumble last month, down 10.5%. Realtors say it's because of paperwork delaying some